During the budget negotiations, at one point, somebody, and it's unclear who it was, slipped in a little thing called Section 735. Did it have anything to do with the budget? Nope. But it got passed along with everything else. They had to pass the bill. Well, what does it do? It's just a little thing that's been now colloquially called the Monsanto Protection Act, because it allows companies that are in the GMO business, that's genetically modified organisms, to not get sued, to avoid liability in certain circumstances. Isn't that amazing? So, for example, if they accidentally or negligently, or maybe even on purpose, wind up poisoning the food supply of the country, sad day for you, Section 735, they can't get sued. Now that's a simplistic way of breaking it down, but that's basically what it is. And now people have realized that and they're like, what the hell? We didn't agree to that. First, progressives were incredibly mad, rightfully so. And we had a group that got together 250,000 signatures to protest this. And that was, of course, a progressive group. But you know what happened? And this is the interesting twist. All of a sudden, the battle is joined. Here comes the Tea Party. Well, at least one person. Dustin Siggins, he blogs for the Tea Party Patriots, who had a rough go of it in the AFC championship game, but they're still here. I'm going to make that joke every time. It is not the purview of the Tea Party Patriots to comment on the merits of GMOs. That's fair enough. That is a discussion and debate for experts and activists within that field. From the perspective of citizens who want open, transparent government, though, that serves the people, however, the so-called Monsanto Protection Act, Section 735 of the continuing resolution, is one heck of a special interest loophole for friends of Congress. Now, on that, he is 100% right. And I love it that conservatives have opened their eyes and said, wait a minute, aren't we against crony capitalism? Aren't we in favor of an open and transparent government because we don't want the big government doing things behind our back and helping their friends because they've got the right lobbyists and inserting things in the bill? Not a single senator has claimed credit to this. Now, you go to the Senate Appropriations Committee run by Barbara Mikulski, and you say, all right, well, so I guess it must have been you. You're in charge of the committee. They say, oh, it wasn't us. Look at her spokesperson. They say, Senator Mikulski understands the anger over this provision. She didn't put the language in the bill and doesn't support it either. Well, then who the hell does? Now, the reality is it's very likely that it was the Obama administration that asked the Senate to put this in. You know, President Obama is a huge fan of Monsanto. Now you say, well, why do you say that? Well, the food safety czar that he put in, the food safety czar, former chief lobbyist for Monsanto. Now, the right wing didn't make him do that. In fact, look at this. The right wing's now complaining about it, rightfully so. No, President Obama's a corporatist, and when no one is looking, the number one thing he wants to do is help corporations. They funded his campaign, and so he works for them. Mystery solved. So now the Tea Party recognizes what a problem that is, so Dustin Siggins continues. This all can be boiled down into a single common phrase, a special interest loophole, and a doozy at that. Now, look, we're used to subsidies which give your tax dollars to companies to give them advantage over competitors. We're used to special interest tax loopholes and tax credits, which provide competitive and financial benefits to those with friends in Congress. And we are familiar with the regulatory burden increases, which often prevent smaller companies from competing against larger ones because of the cost of compliance. However, this is a different kind of special interest giveaway altogether. This is a situation in which a company is given the ability to ignore court orders in what boils down to a deregulation scheme for a particular set of industries. Now, Dustin is, again, 100% right about that. And I feel relieved a little bit here because finally our conservative brothers and sisters are beginning to wake up and realize, yeah, why do we want crony capitalism? Wait a minute, I don't want crony capitalism either. Why do we want the special loopholes? Why do we want them exempt from the law, but the law comes to crush us whenever it deals with us? Well, we don't want that. Why do we want these lobbyists being able to insert this secretly in the bill and no one even says, hey, it was me? I mean, that's secret government. That should be what conservatives are against. So it's a pleasure to agree with the Tea Party in this case, and the Monsanto Protection Act is an abomination and is exactly how our democracy is not supposed to work. It's the opposite of what we're supposed to do in an open, transparent, democratic government.